Okay, so a lot of United States military veterans are actually, they will be your first responders in every aspect, that be that medical, fire, police. A lot of them are going to be your first responders. They may not live in a very large county, state, or community in the United States and have benefits available to them, and that would be the same thing at the time that say they get out and they just plain can't find a job because all these jobs are being cut back, or the jobs are given to someone else who is not supposed to be here in the country. And so they're actually taking jobs from veterans. So the migrants are coming to the United States and taking jobs that veterans might do. It just goes without saying, because the thing is, I'm tired of hearing the argument that the migrants come to the United States to pick fruit and do field work. Because when I was a kid, I did field work. I worked in the corn fields and the bean fields as a child, as an American citizen. I was not a migrant. And the farmers did not have migrants living at their homes. This was back in the 1970s. They just didn't. They did all the work themselves, and if they had some extra money, they would hire people to help out with the field work. So with, for example, detasseling corn, they would hire people to take the tassels off for the male and the female corn so it would pollinate correctly, because that's the only way that they can get certain types and breeds of corn is by detasseling corn. And they did the same thing when there was people walking beans and getting the weeds out of the fields. So there wasn't any magical crop resistant strain of a chemical that was getting weeds to not grow in the bean fields. The reason that we were working in the fields was to eliminate and get rid of the weeds. Human beings were removing weeds from the fields. It wasn't a magical resistant chemical that was making the plant resistant to weeds. I mean, because if you're going to be feeding that to animals and human beings, then you're actually poisoning food that goes into animals and human beings by using chemicals on what is called the breadbasket of the United States in the corn and bean fields, aren't you?